This is one of the funniest fucking stories I have seen. So this is a fashion designer, and a lot of like this slipped through the cracks for me. I didn't hear about this at all because like it didn't get, understandably, it got no coverage whatsoever on mainstream news, on like the liberal side of mainstream news. Sam Brinton is a figment of our imaginations. No, they are not. Okay? So, this is the funniest Hasanabi head. Okay? Sam Brinton is an American nuclear engineer and an LGBTQ activist, and and a Hasanabi head, as I found out when I looked at their when I looked at their personal account. That's true. That is literally not even a joke. Okay? So here, we'll get started here. So Samuel Otis Brinton, born 1986 or 1987. I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's like that. How do you get to have two birthdays? Okay. Is an American nuclear engineer and an LGBTQ activist. They, them pronouns, they served as the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition in the Office of Nuclear Energy from June to December 2022. Now, Sam Brinton is no longer employed by the Office of Nuclear Energy, sorry. Okay. Because they have a passion. Okay? And that passion is stealing luggage. That's right. Brinton was the first openly gender-fluid individual in federal government leadership and uses singular they pronouns. Now, they love crime. They love doing crime. Okay? But the funniest crime, like, definitely the worst type, too, because it's like, it is such an inconveniencing type of crime. Because if you've ever flown and your luggage has, like, gotten lost or whatever, it's just one of the worst things. You're just like, oh, fuck, man. It's like at least if you're at your house and someone breaks into your car or something, like, you know, that shit sucks. But you're not as, like, I guess, anchored. Like, you're still at your house, you know what I mean? You still have all your shit for the most part. Like, but when you lose your luggage even, you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? There's, like, personal shit in there, and I'm not going to be able to, like, immediately replace it. Right? So, bro, stealing luggage is like getting a free loot box. You could get a laptop, and it'd be like getting a knife in CSGO. Yes. I think there is an element of that as well. So, Brinton was raised in Perry, Iowa, okay, and was the child of two Southern Baptist missionaries. Brinton came out as bisexual to their parents in the early 2000s. According to Brinton, their parents disapproved of Brinton's attraction to a male friend from school and sent the then middle school student to conversion therapy. You know, I'm going to skip all that stuff. So, originally, people were very upset at the Biden administration for hiring Samuel Brinton because Samuel Brinton goes by they, them pronouns. They are non-binary, right? And that, of course, was, you know, a big no-no for a lot of conservatives. But, you know, fuck them. Who cares, right? However, it's not the non-binary. Yeah, it's not the they themness of Sam Brinton that was actually a problem for the libtards over in government. It's the fact that, like I said, Sam Brinton, a Hasanabi head, also loves stealing luggage. How do we find out? I believe they were caught originally stealing luggage. I believe they were originally caught stealing luggage, and then it came out that they've been doing this for a minute. Okay? This happened like a while back, and it kind of like wasn't really covered all that much.
Fox News alert.
It wasn't really covered all that much in liberal media for obvious reasons. But now there is actually a face to one of the victims of Sam Brinton. Okay? A female Tanzanian fashion designer based in Houston alleged Wednesday that clothing worn by former Department of Energy official Sam Brinton had been contained in her luggage that she reported missing in Washington, D.C. in 2018. Asia Kamsin, who has designed and handmade her own clothing line for years, said she recently saw a report that Brinton had been charged with stealing multiple pieces of luggage across the country and noticed that the former official appeared to be wearing her clothes in several photos. Kamsin said she had packed the same clothes in a bag that vanished on March 9th, 2018 at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. I saw the images. Those were my custom designs, which were lost in that bag in 2018, she told Fox News Digital in an interview. He wore my clothes, which was stolen. She posted about it on Twitter. She's like, what the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your luggage. Sticky Fingers Sammy is flying. Biden's old nuke guru flew back to Minneapolis today for a court date after snatching $2,000 worth of designer ladies' luggage. Rebecca Brannon caught the baggage burglar coming out of court. The Biden administration loves to brag about its diverse.
Mr. Brinton, do you still have a security clearance? Are you going to plead guilty today? Did you steal any luggage today?
Did you steal any luggage today?
Who are you wearing?
Why would you want some lady's dirty clothes?
Why are they dirty? Okay, calm down. Who the fuck is carrying dirty clothes around? You know what I mean? Well, actually, I guess they're going home, maybe, if they're going home. Someone said, who are you wearing?
The looter was released without bail and ordered to not contact the victim. The judge referred to Biden's fired nuke official not as Mr. Brinton and not as Miss Brinton, but as Mix Brinton, since Sticky identifies as non-binary, whatever that means.
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that mean, really? I mean, dude, come on. You know what that means, you fucking idiot.
Samsonite Brinton faces up to 5 years in prison, and this isn't Sticky's first run-in with the law. In December, Fingers was in court for snatching more bags at a Las Vegas airport.
By the way, you want to know that something funny about this? Here. The reason why they gave them a name like Sticky Fingers, I think, is a weird way to sidestep not misgendering them deliberately. Okay? I was actually looking at this personally to try to figure out, like, they'll say shit like, what is non-binary? Pff, whatever. But, like, they're not on fucking Ben Shapiro's broadcast, right? So, Fox News, even when they're covering this shit, right? Even when they're covering this shit, I was reading the journalism side, and they don't actually misgender. They don't actually misgender the person at all. They don't. They probably, I would love to find out if they, because these places always have like a style guide. Like they have rules that they need to abide by. I'm certain that, the non-binary designation is probably already in the Fox News, the Fox News style guide already. They constantly say, like, whether Brinton, why Brinton is on leave. They can't use they, them pronouns. Like, they're not using they, them pronouns. But it's clear that, like, instead of using pronouns, they just keep saying Brinton, whether Brinton continues to receive government paychecks. If the DOE's revoked Brinton's security clearance. Anyway. Real talk, though, now they're going to put the trans and non-binary people are thieves talking point into the rotation. First of all, that would be literally leveling down with respect to what they say about trans and non-binary people, okay? Like, that would be a nicer thing to claim that they're doing regularly, okay? Yeah, instead of saying that every trans person, every queer person is a pedophile groomer, they also steal luggage? Like, what do you mean? So yeah, they're stealing genders. I don't know, dude. It's a common thing in journalistic writing to use the person's last name to just refer to them, you know? Yeah, but not throughout the entire fucking article. Sometimes they'll say he or her. Like, sometimes they'll use pronouns. Look, I mean, they even mentioned this. Look, like, they're non-binary, as a non-binary gender fluid person. Brinton has also posted to be a member of so-called Sister Perpetual Indulgence, a drag queen group. Anyway, yeah, they'll say, yeah, they'll use Mr. or Miss often as well when they're referring to people. So, anyway, why do they actively try to discount being non-binary but still actively go through the effort not to misgender them? It's just yet another indication that it's, like, not real. That's what it is. It's another indication that, like, the resentment and the attitude is just, like, pure inconvenience at most, and it's not, like, real. They're doing it because it's, like, they're doing it because they almost have to. I'm sure they personally have resentment too, but, like, it's performative. The outrage is always performative. It's Ben Shapiro going, correctly gendering a trans woman and then stopping himself to then misgender. It's like that. You know what I mean? Because as human beings, no matter how fucking evil or awful you are, when someone says, like, oh, well, my pronouns are they, them, like, sometimes you fuck it up, which is understandable, and everyone understands that you sometimes fuck it up, right? But, like, you would never, like, it takes effort to just straight up go out of your way to just, like, deliberately, consistently misgender someone. You know? And I think they could get in trouble for it, too. I think Britain is innocent. Kleptomania is a disease, and those dresses were gorgeous. It has nothing to do with me looking basically just like them when I had my head shaved pre-beard. Anyway, I do love this story, though, because it's so funny. Like, it is, come on. This is a fucking insane story. Former Department of Energy official Sam Brinton could be in even more hot water regarding stolen bags. This time, a fashion designer claims she saw Brinton wearing an outfit from her missing suitcase. So this was the tweet that started it all. My name is Asiak Hamsin, Tanzanian fashion designer based in Houston, Texas, USA. I lost my bag in 2018 in DCA. Recently, I heard the news on Fox News about Sam Brinton luggage issue. Surprisingly, I found his images wore my custom-made outfits, which was lost in the bag on 2018. And then this boomer-ass, like, teary-eyed laughing emoji. And what do you know? It's real. That happened. Drop all the pics you have of your clothes. Let's see if we can find Brinton in them. Lamau. So I looked at this guy because he follows me. Okay? And the first thing he did was, I think, defend pedophilia or something. Oh, yeah, here it is. I looked at this guy. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? He follows me. And the first thing he's doing is defending pedophilia. Right-wing freaks and losers are so insane. Right-wing freaks are so out of control. From the left-wing perspective, what's wrong with this? If all sexual relations are equal, ... Thanks, man. Yeah. Statue PFPs are basically as hate watchers. Yeah. Statue Twitter is just so fucking disgusting. The only group on Twitter that's worse than anime avatars, dude. Anti-trans statue Twitter weirdos don't defend pedophiles challenge. Difficulty impossible. Exactly. Least pedo statue PFP. So then she did. I mean, homie was just using it. Like, that's crazy that they stole this luggage and then wore it out to red carpet public events. Is this yours? Yes, that is also my custom made, and it was on the lost bag. Is this your necklace? So, you know, I had to do it to him. I had to cover the story. It broke my fucking brain. It's been sitting inside of my mind. Check out the side-by-side Asia showed, which she says shows Brinton wearing one of her custom-made dresses a year after she claims her bags were swiped. Asia told Fox she was heading to D.C. to put her clothes on display for an event when the bag went missing and lost out on the opportunity as a result. She said her husband filed a police report at the time, but nothing was found. Asia says she filed another report this December after seeing pics of Brinton in what she claims is her outfit, and she says she was then contacted by the FBI the next month regarding the complaint, but says nothing much has happened since then. As you know, Brinton's been accused of stealing suitcases from airports on 2 separate occasions, getting charged in both Nevada and Minnesota. This is a interstate criminal, okay? This is a federal crime. Brinton appeared in court last week in Minneapolis for one of the alleged incidents. Brinton could be looking at 5 years behind bars if convicted in a Minnesota case and up to 10 for the one in Nevada. Why are they kind of serving in this pic? Yeah, I mean, they do look fabulous for sure. But, ill-gotten gains. People were trying to defend them, saying they bought them at an unclaimed luggage thrift store, even though they were caught doing this like 7 different times. Yeah. Wait, this person followed you on Twitter and has a statue PFP, or am I mixing up people? No, there's a person who follows me on Twitter with a statue PFP. But remember, not every one of my Twitter followers is a fucking fan. As a matter of fact, a lot of my Twitter followers are haters, and they're following me on Twitter to hate. So that's my point, is that, my hate watchers are unhinged. Anyway. So, just a fun little story. And of course, as always, a fun little story. As always, this doesn't mean that, like, NBs are out here fucking stealing shit. You know what I mean? That's not, like, a real thing. And one NB's crime does not reflect on the entirety of the non-binary population. I mean, after all, Ezra Miller comes to mind. Because, when you think about NB's doing monstrous shit, you got Ezra Miller. And they're out here doing wild stuff. So, I covered this, and I wanted to cover it because it's funny. I mean, it is objectively a hilarious story. And someone when I said not exactly Demper behavior, not gonna lie, someone responded and said, I would appreciate if you didn't signal boost the right-wing hate mob. I said, this person is an international criminal, luggage theft. But yeah, I don't know where their where their personal account is, but they have a personal account. Sam does, and they follow me.